Yes, people. Welcome back to the Football Locker Room channel. It's international break. It's the second one that we got for you guys today. You understand? Come on, man. Give it up, man. We're bringing the content to you, man. You understand? We're bringing the content to you, man. Obviously, I would have loved to have been there with my brother James, you know what I mean, to talk about the stadium expansion. There's a few things, you understand, that we got to discuss, people. You understand? You know, we know the Odegaard injury is there. Another international break. I think there's another one coming in a month's time. You know what I mean? So, you know, when it comes to the international break, just a little breakdown of the season so far. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna get into it, people. Make sure I smash the like and subscribe on your way in. Make sure you man are doing that, man. Don't let us down out here. Don't let us down, man. But yeah, listen. First off, we're gonna get into the stadium news, man. We're gonna get into it right now, right now, man. Do you know what I mean, man? Big up Jordan, man. Big up Jordan in the building, man. G. Big up Jordan in the building. Do you know what I mean? That's a true cop out red. Hey, listen, hey, look, man, like Cardi V and that, hey, doing a mad thing over the weekend. You know what I mean? Top defender and that, but hey, listen. You man gotta fix up, man. You man gotta fix up. But we're gonna get into that. And you know what it is, yeah? When Link was here on Sunday, I forgot to ask him about Cardi V, man. I forgot to ask him about Cardi V. Big up Glock 40 building. Big up yourself, man. Apologies at the oh yeah, your comments are showing. Why are your comments showing at the top, lad? Am I muting or something? What did I do to make the comments show up at the top? You know what I mean? I can't believe your guys are mutant, bro. That's crazy work. Why is it showing up at the top, bro? What did I do? I didn't touch nothing. Oh, go on. Hey, listen, we're going to keep it like that for now. You understand? For now, yeah, I don't know why your comments are showing up at the top, people. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. But you know what? As long as it's there, then it's calm, innit? As long as it's there, then it's calm, innit? Now, let's share the screen real quick, people. Let's look at an official report about this stadium thing, because I've just been told by bare people, yeah, we're looking to increase the stadium, maybe 70,000, maybe 75,000. I actually haven't gone through any of the reports. I'm literally just by going through whatever people's been telling me about this, innit? Do you know what I mean? What you call it? One sec, people. 1 second. Let me see. Can I share my screen like this? Hold on a minute, people. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. All right, 1 sec. Let's get this up, people. Let's get this up. Let's get this up. Ooh, why is the view like that? What I'm for this thing, yeah, so. What I'm for this. Hey, people, hey, listen, I'm having a meal. I should have sorted this out before, mate. I should have sorted it out before, mate. What is going on here, mate? What the fuck is going on here, mate? You know what I mean? All right, you know what? I'm gonna leave myself like that. But yeah, man, look, I know there's a couple of more people coming in. Big up Haley in the building. Big up yourself, man. It's good to see a lot of new faces, man. Big up James as well. I know he's watching. Obviously, he can't be here. He was already here for you, man, in the morning, innit? You know what I mean? Can't be spoiled. Can't have it all in life. You know what I mean? But big up yourself, my brother. But yeah, man, let's go through this report, man, because I actually haven't had time to go through the report. Like I said, I've just been going through. Ooh, am I sharing the wrong screen here? Yeah, that's the Odegaard team. My bad, people. 1 sec. The boys having a man. Big up Ollie in the building. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. I mean, let's 1 second, people. The boys having a mare this early on, you know. Hey, this is a yellow card for shots right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. The comments are showing up at the top. Layout ain't right. You know what I mean? I ain't even put the right report up. Mad thing, but yeah. 1 second, people. We gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Don't worry about that. We're gonna get there, man. 1 sec. There you are. There you are. Now, let me double check if I can see the thing. You know what I mean? Do you know what it is, people? I know what it is, yeah. Man's changed it. I don't know what the flip is going on, you know, with this thing. Now for you guys it's fine, but for me, I don't know, man, it's just moving a bit mad right now. But anyways, yeah, moving on. As long as the viewers can see me, all that matters. But yeah, obviously this is coming from Sky Sports. Arsenal are in ongoing discussions about how they can improve the Emirates Stadium, including a potential expansion. There are detailed plans that could include increasing the capacity to 70,000 with potential at Wembley while the work is carried out. Right. Talk of a decision on any redevelopment is premature, and Islington Council, which is no formal discussions are taking place. So wait, you're telling me this is just rumours? So wait, all on a minute. You're telling me, yeah, all of my people out there, yeah, they may not, I don't even think they're watching right now, but all of my people out there that's telling me, oh yeah, the stadium's going to expand and whatnot, bro, it's not even been formalized. What are we doing there? What are we doing? You know what? Let's just talk about the possibilities, innit? Let's talk about the possibilities. Let's see what else it has to say. Because I believe they're going to refurbish it. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously I've heard man telling me, I've even content people saying that, raw, like the numbers on the seats, they were scratched out. People are not knowing where to sit, etc., etc. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, refurbishment is probably definitely needed, but with the stadium increasing, you know what I mean, ain't nothing official, man. So I was saying for over a year, the club have been exploring how to increase the attendance beyond the current maximum of 60,700, which that has been true. There has been rumors for the past a good year and a half now, to be fair, as part of a general desire to constantly improve facilities, including the training ground. You mean to constantly make more money? Let's not lie to the people in it. Like, at least be honest with the people. You understand? And Islington Council spokesperson told Sky Sports News, at this time we are not engaged in any formal discussions with Arsenal regarding potential development plans for the Emirates Stadium. Until we have a full understanding of any proposal, we are not able to comment any further. Arsenal's arch rivals, Tottenham Hotspur, have the biggest club stadium in London with a capacity of 62,850, and West Ham's home at the London Stadium is also bigger than the Emirates. I hear it. Do you know what? I'm going to stop there, man. In fact, no, let me go on a little piece. The internal discussions come amid Arsenal's recent boardroom shake-up, which has led to several new voices at the club. One of them is Otto O'Malley, who used to work for Stan Kroenke as the Kroenke Group's Director of Special Projects. The language in this is insane, people. His addition to Arsenal is particularly interesting, given he was integral in the construction of the 100,000-seater SoFi Stadium belonging to the LA Rams, another Kroenke-owned club. I actually didn't know that stadium had 100,000. That is a mad thing. That is actually a mad thing. Dave Steiner is another new Arsenal board member with experience in real estate development. So it seems like at the board level, there's changes to improve the business side, you know, not necessarily the footballing side, but hey ho, you know what? That's big football clubs these days, you know what I mean? That's big businesses. You know what? That's enough of that right now. You understand? That's enough of that right now. But people, look, hold on a second. Why am I not? Why is the thing still showing? Why is the thing still showing? Let me stop the screen. You know what I mean? But yeah, people, look, listen. It's not the worst of ideas, do you know what I mean? I know there's a long season ticket waiting list at the moment. So yeah, cool. It can allow more fans into the ground. To be fair, I don't mind it, you know what I mean? I don't mind taking pride in the fact that, you know what, we would have the biggest stadium in London or the most capacity stadium in London. Growing up, I always used to think, right, United having 75,000, like that's a lot. Do you know what I mean? And it seems like, you know what, we're actually not far from that reality of ourselves. Do you know what I mean? It's great, but then the question then becomes, people. The question then becomes, yeah, who benefits, yeah, from the capacity of the stadium rising? Who benefits from it? Really and truly, who benefits from the capacity rising? Because me personally, it may just be more hospitality seats. You understand? It could be more commercial seats. What would you call it? There's a specific word for it. I can't remember. But I just call it commercial seats. You know what I mean? So even if they are to expand the stadium, who really benefits? Who really benefits, people? Talk to me. Who really benefits? Is it the fans that are on the waiting list? Or is it the people that are coming for the commercial seats? I know there's a word for it, people. It's bugging me. Somebody help me out here. It's not commercial seats. There's a particular corporate. That's it. Well, man, come on, man, Shaq. You're better than that. You're better than that, Shaq. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, corporate seats, man. A lot of those new seats could be allocated to them, innit? Do you know what I mean? Look, at the end of the day, it is a business. You know what I mean? You do have to think about bettering the business, do you know what I mean? But who really does get to benefit? Because whether it's corporate seats or it's normal fans, like people on a season ticket waiting list, like what do you call it? They're gonna make more money anyways. Do you know what I mean? Big up Lena in the building. Man said Kimpembe is spitting facts, you know. You couldn't be Kimpembe. Hey, I don't look like my man. I swear he's darker than me, man. What are you talking about? But big up Lena in the building. Do you know what I mean? Like, who really benefits, man? Who really benefits? But in terms of the stadium being upgraded itself, do you know what I mean? You know, a little bit of paint here and there, seats refreshed. Yeah, nah, I'm all for that, man. I'm all for that. But then again, there's the other side, people. There's the other side, because I'm pretty sure this improvement is going to cost us hundreds of millions. Do you know what I mean? Now, what happens to our performance on the transfer market? What happens? Was this the reason as to why we went all out, so we could be like, do you know what? We are now overstacked in the squad. I think I counted the squad. I think it's about 27 players. And we can sell off 3 players without really having to buy any. You know, was this the long-term plan? Was it really about us going hell for leather and trying to win something this season? Or was it about, well, you know what, we're going to spend less in the future when it comes to the stadium. So, you know what, we're going to go all out, fill out the squad, you know what I mean? Improve people's contracts, you understand, and make sure that at least for the next 2 years, we're going to have a stationary squad. Do you know what I mean? There's so many different things to think about, you know what I mean, when it comes to the stadium expansion business. But obviously, yeah, you know what, look, Emirates did need a bit of refreshing, man. It did need a lean up. We're gonna get into this. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna get into this now. Do you know what? Yeah, I was gonna. Here we go. Big up Fair Play TV. Big up preaching the building, man. Yeah, you got the squad now. No excuses. Hold on a sec. Hey, preach, my brother. You got both farm, eh? You got both farm. So no excuses when it comes to retaining the league, brother. No excuses, my guy. Absolutely none whatsoever. You got both farm. You understand? You got both of them, my brother. You understand? So at the end of the day, we both don't have excuses. Do you know what I mean? But I listen, preach, yeah. Instead of focusing on our team, you need to focus on Cardi V. You need to focus on Virgil van Spijs, and you need to focus on the fact as to why your centre backs keep on ending up being strippers. I got a brethren, he went to a strip club last night. Preach, and he could swear that he saw Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk. And guess what? They weren't the spectators, blood. You understand? So, how about the preach? Big up yourself 10 times, you understand? Make sure you're going over to Fair Play TV and subscribe over there. You know what I mean? But hey, listen, please, preach. You've got strippers at your centre back. Please sort that out first, mate. You know what I mean? Sort that out first, my brother. You understand? But yeah, man. Look, Lena, we're gonna get into that now. Do you know what? I was gonna bring up the report, guys. I was gonna bring it up, but there's no point. Literally, all I took from it, because what this football club likes to do, more particularly, what Arteta likes to do, yeah. He doesn't really like to put a time frame on these injuries, bro. Do you know what I mean? All it says is that the club hopeful he'll be out for weeks and not months. I don't want to hear that jargon. Do you know, all we know is that it's a medial collateral ligament damage, so it's not as bad as the normal ligament damage. You're probably looking at, I don't know, 2 to 3 months, 3 months maximum. Do you know what I mean? But look, knowing this club, you probably get rushed back. Look, we've got Eze now, we've got Ethan, bro. Let the man rest. Do you know what I mean? It's a shame because we saw him pair against Olympiacos. He came off the bench against Newcastle and he done very well. Like, just let him be. Do you know what I mean? And Lena's saying, you know what I mean, 6 to 7 weeks. You know what? Give him 9 weeks off. Give him 9 weeks off. Fuck it. You know what I mean? We need him throughout the season. We've got the squad depth now. He don't need to get rushed back. You don't need to be rushed back, man. Do you know what I mean? He really doesn't. You know what I mean? Yeah, big up Fair Play. Come on, man. You know about your defenders already, man. Do you know what I mean? You know about the already. Do you know what I mean? Strippers delight and that. Do you know what I mean? The strippers union, bruv. That's what it is, man. Big up Gunner for life in the building. You know what I mean? Big up, man. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. But yeah, look, man. Hopefully with Odegaard, you know what I mean, he's back as soon as possible. But please don't let the possible, and when I say as soon as possible, that possible, I mean very, very loosely, people. Very loosely. You know what I mean? Because, bro, this guy keeps on breaking down. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. So let him be, man. Let him be, man. Do you know what I mean? Let him be. Do you know what I mean? Big up Lena by saying, "Hey, listen, pause." Do you know what I mean? I'm a man. Listen, if that's you, that's you. But I'm a man. May I will fly straight. You understand? So I have to give this a pre-pause. But Jokeres himself is cuter than Haaland, though. So Arsenal win in my heart. Now I hear you, man. I hear you. You're a lady. You can do them stuff there, innit? You understand me? Man, I have to focus on the football. You understand? You know what I mean? Glock 14 say that he needs time. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm not giving Ekatike time. Yeah, and he comes from another league. Do you know what I mean? I'm not giving Isaac time. People might use the excuse, oh, he's from the Prem or whatnot. Well, even worse, he's like, I'm not giving him time. I'm not giving none of these time. I'm not giving Havertz time. I'm not giving none of these pussios from any of these ops. I'm not giving them time. So I'm not giving my players any time. Do you know what I mean? I'm even looking at a certain Eze, and I think he's done well, but I think he should have been done better. But we're gonna get into that, people. We're gonna get into that. You understand? It's obviously, I was gonna say the half term. Is it the half term? I don't know. I forgot the school dates and that. Do you know what I mean? But it's the international break. Yeah, I understand. Just a little breakdown of what's happened so far this season. Do you know what I mean? Those of you that were here, you all saw me lose my head after the first game of the season against Manchester United after that poor performance. You know what I mean? But we dug it out. Pause. You know what I mean? We got the W in the end. Next game was Leeds, smashed them. Do you know what I mean? The game after that, what are we talking about? Liverpool? Yeah, lost my head. Was it Liverpool the one after that? I feel like I'm missing a game. Let's get the fiction and stuff, people. Apologies, you know what I mean? My memory ain't the best. Adjusting to the Prem is kind of hard for some players. Hey, bro, hey, listen, I'll be real leaner, yeah, because at the end of the day with Jokeres, yeah, he's played in the Champions League. It's 2 games and no goals, my brother. Or my sister, I should say. You understand? 2 games, no goals, and he's had 2 glorious opportunities. Glorious, like for me, he's already not a good footballer, in it. I'm not here on this give a man time bullshit. I'm not here for that. You're here to score goals. And if I remember at the start of the season, I was saying with Jokeres, you know what? Why is people giving him heat? You know what I mean? I had people telling me, well, he don't drop into the pockets. You know what I mean? Anyone that knows Jimmy Spliff blood, you know what I mean? Big up to him. But you know, he don't drop into the pockets. You know what I mean? This is what I get told, and I'm like, bruv, he weren't bought for that reason, my brother. He weren't bought for that reason. You know what I mean? If that's the case, we should have just kept fucking Havertz and Marino and Jesus as our centre forward options. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, he's been holding up the play a little bit better. I think he was a little bit stinky in our last game, but against West Ham. But I think recently, Newcastle game, Olympiacos game, one other game as well. I think he's been holding up the ball better, sure. But, you know, we gave Havertz for doing things outside of the box and doing things other than actually bagging in the goals and bagging in goals for high volume. We gave my man stick for that. We gave my man real stick for that. So I'm not even trying to hear that. And you know what, Lena, yeah? You say he's a target, man. I disagree. I don't think he's a target, man. Target men are good in the air, but he's shit in the air. Can't lie, Lena. He ain't no target, man. He ain't no Drogba. And I know with Drogba, I'm going to the extreme, but he ain't no Drogba. He's not even a Giroud. Good in the air. And you know Giroud technique as well. Mwah. Do you know what I mean? Underappreciated that, brother. I know I did until I think it was the second FA Cup we won under him. Was it the second or the third? It was the third. You know when he drifted into the channel and put the ball in for Ramsey for the winning goal against them blue Smurf £2 billion bottle job pricks. Yeah. Listen, after that, I was like, hey, you know what? We missed the trick there with Giroud, you know. You know what I mean? Instead of wanting a striker that's quick and, you know what I mean, wanting another Henry, we should have got another banging right winger. Giroud, Sanchez and another right winger. That would have been sick. But that's what you could have target, man. That's what you could have target, man. Jokeres ain't no target, man, my bro. Miss. Sorry. Keep saying my bro. Yeah, my sis. Yeah. Gyökeres ain't no target, man, my brother. I'm telling you, man. Do you know what I mean? We got Gyökeres as a ready-made striker. If we were looking to give time, we should have just got Sesko. He needs to start scoring. Facts! Big up Ghana. But you know what? And I missed the whole point of the whole being a ready-made striker. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts, Ghana for life. You understand? Big facts. No lies told there. No lies told there, my brother. No lies told there. Gyökeres ain't good at making his own chances. Neither. Well, that's the problem then. We got a big problem on our hands, people. We got a big problem on our hands. And if anyone has seen the stream, yeah, I'm gonna get the date up. Well, maybe not in today's stream, but I'm gonna go have a look back. Yeah, anyone saw the stream where we bought Gyökeres? Yeah, I was gassed because we got a bags, man. But I done said that. Listen, he ain't a good footballer. I've watched enough. Do you know what I mean? But if you can do enough of the ugly stuff, then cool. I'm here for it because we've already had centre forwards that can drop deep, link play, and do all of that stuff. You understand? So I wanted someone that could put the ball back in the net more often than not. You know, and I understand. Yeah, look, players like Haaland, players like Salah, like people will call them clinical, but I've seen games of them where they miss multiple chances. So I'm not saying that, hey, you don't create multiple opportunities for this guy to get through and go and score. I'm not saying that, but there are certain occasions where even if it's the only chance that you get, there are certain occasions that you need to score. The chance that he had against Atletico Bilbao, and what other chance was there? I think it was it against Newcastle? I was like, yeah, nah, brother, that needs to end up in the back of the fucking net. It needs to end up in the back of the net. And when it comes to talk about being a scumbag, yeah, you know the shot that Calafuri took, I believe this was the second half, people. He took the shot, hit the post. Not Nick Pope, Areola dived. It hit his back. You see that kind of opportunity? Gyökeres, you should have already been on your toes to knock that in. The moment that shot goes off, because I could see it was either getting on target or it's hitting the post. The moment that shot goes off, the moment that shot goes off, you're onside. So the moment that shot goes off, you're on your toes and you try to scramble it. Even if you don't get to the ball, that's one thing. But you don't even attempt to scramble it. Like, bro, you need to be a scumbag, man. You need to be a scumbag, and you're not doing that enough. You're really not doing that enough, man. Honestly. Bro's like the average school football striker. I can't do anything by himself, and yet it's hyped like crazy. No, I hear you. But this is the thing, yeah. This is why for me, I'm not a numbers man. Because when I watch him play, I've been know that he wasn't a good footballer. And I think there's a few Arsenal fans out there that is a bit shocked that he can't do certain things and he's looking a bit like, no, he's never been a good footballer, my bro. He's never been that. But here's the thing, though. I can accept that to an extent. I prefer to have better footballers, but I can accept that if your X factor is banging in goals. I can accept that shit. But you're not even doing the well in the area that you are expected to be doing. And that's the problem with Gyökeres. That is the problem with Gyökeres. But yeah, people, listen, let's go back to the fixtures, yeah. Listen, me and my fish memory, yeah, people, I need to get the fixtures up. I need to get the fixtures up, man. All of the games that we played so far. I know who we played, but it's just, you know what I mean? I need the I need the order. Because I feel like I'm missing, I feel like I'm getting the order wrong for one of these games, you know what I mean? But 1 second, people. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not going to share it up on the screen. I'm just going to check it right here. Oh, I was right. It was United. It was Leeds. Slapped them up. It was Liverpool. Yeah, now, people, that Liverpool game lost my head. Absolute coward. Played that Haram midfield. Do you know what I mean? Went into the game against Atletico Bilbao. Played the same Haram midfield. We didn't end up winning the game until we made a couple of subs. And look, not the biggest fan of Trossard, especially Martinelli, but they ended up coming in, changing the game for us. Do you know what I mean? And then Nottingham Forest, I think, was people say that Newcastle was our best performance because of the difficulty, but I'm still gonna go with Nottingham Forest. It's not like they're a Leeds United. Yeah, Nottingham Forest. That game was just everything was perfect. The control in that game was perfect. Do you know what I mean? It was a real ease, man. It was a real breeze, people. You know what I mean? And then we get to the Man City one again. We played the Haram midfield again. So to be fair, it wasn't 3 in a row. It was 3 out of 4 we played that Haram midfield in, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and no, it was just disappointing, man. I think when you have the squad depth that we have, when you have the talent that we have, the Ezes and the Ethans, like you don't need to be playing a midfield of Rice, Zubamendi, and Marino. You don't need to do that. And it's funny enough, in all of those games, we were either losing or drawing the game when that midfield was on. Do you know what I mean? We was either losing or drawing. So let's hope that going forward, the manager doesn't make that mistake, but we know this manager already. Now that Odegaard is injured, I really do think that that midfield is going to be back in effect at some point during Odegaard's timeout, which is a bit jarring for me, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I can't lie. I think people forget how crazy Darwizi was in Liga NOS. Look up, bro, when he was in the Prem. No, I hear it, but do you know what? No, I hear it. I was gonna say, yeah, that when I watched highlights of Darwin, yeah, his shooting didn't impress me as much as a Gyökeres. I could say that much, but nah, I hear it. But I don't think it's about the league, man. I just think it's about the footballer itself. Do you know what I mean? I'm not focusing on the numbers. I'm focused on the man with the ball at his feet. You know, and even in Portugal, and even when he played in the Champions League, I could see that he wasn't a good footballer, guys, man. He just wasn't. It's not even about the league. Do you know what I mean? Liga NOS is the stat farm league for real. Now I hear you, but like I said, man, Lena, for me, it's not even about the league, man. It's about the footballer, to be honest. I think the whole that player is good. I think his link-up play is average and his goal scoring is meh. Now I hear you, Ollie. I mean, but I can't really much disagree with that. Do you know what? I wouldn't even say his hold-up play is good. It's decent. That's the problem. Not one area of the game is not even at least good. It's just weird. He reminds me of Diego Costa type player, but he was brought in for goals. That's what we paid for. He needs to do both by creating his own chances and taking ones that are made for him. Yeah, listen, Costa had a bit more of a bite about him. He had a bit more of a balance. I think he could carry the ball better as well. Do you know what I mean? I hear you, though, Gunner for life. I hear you. I really do hear you, man. Let's give him until the next international break. As long as we are winning, then we will judge him then. No, I hear you, my bro. I hear you, man. It's just yeah, I'm not on that, man. I don't have no. I like what Jay-Z said, yeah, in the Big Pimpin' song, yeah. I got no patience and I hate waiting. Yeah, I mean that's my type of vibe, man. Do you know what I mean? I would have had to wait 6 years before seeing the trophy. I'm not here for patience, people. I can't lie. I'm not here for patience. You know, especially when a player gets gassed up to an oblivion, which is what our fan base does. To be fair, people, all fan bases do it. Do you know what I mean? But people actually thought this guy was a baller. For that, it was never that. Do you know what I mean? But again, I'm not mad at him for not being a baller. I'm not gonna be mad, yeah. I'm not gonna be mad, yeah, if my dentist can't fix my roof. Do you understand what I'm saying, people? I can't be mad if my dentist can't fix my roof. I can't be mad if I see Gyökeres, I know what he is, and I'm getting mad because he doesn't link up and he don't drop into the pockets. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be mad at that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be mad at that, you know? But it's just the goal scoring side of things, that chance to get some Atletico Bilbao people. Great movement, by the way. Managed to stay on side. If you guys remember the chance, managed to stay on side by staying in his own half, goes clean through, and all of a sudden, a defender was able to catch up to him to the point where he now has to take a touch to the left, where his angle is now less than what it usually is. And bro, it's just yeah, man. I can't lie, man. Hey, this Gyökeres, you, man. He's been real frustrating, people. I can't lie. He's been real frustrated. Listen, people, make sure you guys are smashing the like and subscribe, man. But yeah, let's get into the rest of the start of the season, man. The Man City game. Good to see Eze getting in that 10. Do you know what I mean? Getting the crucial assist, and the following game, okay, cool. It's Port Vale. It's against third-tier opposition. Do you know what I mean? But very neat finish into the bottom corner. Gyökeres again had an opportunity in that game to score a goal. Again, took too long to release the shot. And this is against a third-tier opposition, people. Third-tier opposition. You understand? That man's taking too long to release the shot. You know, I can't lie, man. This guy's been frustrated, man. But listen, Gyökeres ain't the only player that plays, you know what I mean? So we're going to get into the players a little piece. Listen, guys, anyone but Gyökeres, because I think we've spoken about him enough now, people. Anyone but Gyökeres, listen, give me your opinions on the players so far this season, man. We're going to get into it shortly. But, you know, just rounding up on the fixtures, Olympiacos, Newcastle, West Ham. I think they were all good performances, to be honest, people. I don't have much to complain. I mean, the only thing I'll say about the Newcastle game was that we had to score from a set piece to end up winning the game. But I think the first half an hour of that game, I think we played some good football, man. I think it's some of the best stuff that we played all season so far. And what I liked most about that game was that Gyökeres and Eze was kept until the end. It's like these players have been brought in to make a difference, give them the opportunity to make the difference. And even though they didn't necessarily make the difference, or did they? Hold on a second. Who got the assist for the Marino goal? My mind's gone blank, you know. I actually can't remember. It was Rice that put the set piece for Gabriel, right? Who got the assist for the Marino goal? Was it Odegaard? Remind me, people. Hey, what's going on with my memory, man? Do you know what I mean? But listen, we got the W. And to be fair, I think over the course of 90 minutes against Newcastle, we deserve to win that game for sure. We definitely deserve to win that game, man. Do you know what I mean? We definitely deserve to win that game. But yeah, man, look, against Olympiacos, I think what do you call it? I think we started off very well. Odegaard was pure in that game. Then there was a few situations where they were putting dangerous balls into the box, and again, it was our left-hand side. And it's not because I don't think it was necessarily because Skaley was defending bad. I just think that they saw that as a weak point because, again, you know what I mean, our left back is inverted. That space is there's always going to be space there for the opposition in it. You know what I mean? You know, rewards don't come without risk, and with us playing with an inverted fullback, it just seems like that's the risk that Arteta wants to stick with. You understand? But yeah, and obviously they did score a goal in Olympiacos, but it was off disallowed for offside. Obviously, it was an offside in it, but that was the danger that they was bringing in, man. And I think early on as well, there was a chance by Podence. Do you know what I mean? Great save from Raya. We're gonna get into him in a sec. Do you know what I mean? Because he's really, I can't lie. And yeah, West Ham again, comfy. Didn't really offer much. I think in the last quarter of the game, I think they tried to have a goal, but didn't come to no avail, man. But listen, people, let's get to the players, man. Let's get to the players. Let's start with the goalkeeper, people. Yeah, let's start with the goalkeeper, people. Raya. Yeah, he's been quality. I can't lie. There's rumors that he's gonna get a new contract, and you know what? To be fair, people, do you know what I mean? Well deserved, man. I remember James saying that Raya was world class, and me and Link was like, "Whoa, you're taking it too far. You're taking it too far." Now, James, James. If you're still watching, yeah, I am close to apologizing. I'm close. I think sometimes players can show their quality without what do you call it? Without winning a trophy. Like Harry Kane, his quality clearly showed that he was a world-class striker, and he was one of the best strikers in the world, even without winning anything. Big up Gunner for life, man. Yeah, it was Odegaard that got the assist for Marino. And obviously Rice got the assist for my man. But yeah, look, despite those, like I said, despite those two set pieces, yeah. What do you call it? Like, I think we were the better team against Liverpool, man, and we deserved to win that game, man. We deserved to win that game. But back to Raya. Oh, in fact, before we get to Raya, hey, big up Nems, big up yourself, man. Hey, Nems, talk to me, man. Hey, talk to me. Talk to me, Virgil van Spice, blood. Talk to me. Talk to me. What's happening, man? What's happening in your team, man? You man are looking a bit disjointed over there, mate, right now. You understand? Yeah, you're looking a bit disjointed over there, man. Talk to me, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, look, back to David Raya, people. Pulled up a great save with Daniel Podence. Do you know what? Yeah. Raya is so underappreciated when it comes to building the ball out the back. Nems, you better hope. You better hope. Man said number 21. You better hope, my guy. You better hope, my guy. I understand, but yeah, man. David Raya is very unappreciated when it comes to playing at the back, and I understand sometimes, yeah, he shows some poor positioning, and I think that's probably the main thing that's stopping me from saying, do you know what, yeah, Raya's world class, you know. But the one caveat, yeah, that I have with the whole Raya thing is this: when you are constantly required to be out of your goal, be the sweeper keeper, sometimes come to near the halfway line to clear balls and keep control of the game. And if you're building out from the back, in between the two centre backs, well, near enough. When you have that level of responsibility, it's very difficult. It's like if you remember Edison at Manchester City. Don't get me wrong, Edison looks like he should really be a midfielder, innit? Do you know what I mean? But he's done some crackhead things, you know what I mean? Because that's sort of what was required of him at City. Do you know what I mean? To be that third centre back and, you know, to help with the build up play. Do you know what I mean? And to take risk when it comes to building out from the back. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's just one of them ones, man. But again, he will pull off top saves. And do you know what impresses me as well? Yeah, the guy's only 6 foot, but he seems like he's got a great reach. Do you know what I mean? And he commands his box very, very well. So it's not just about the playing out the back. It's all the basics of the goalkeeper as well, man. Do you know what I mean? So listen now, big up Raya. You know what I mean? Kepa's only been there for one game, not really much to say. It was against Port Vale, do you know what I mean? But look, someone experienced there was back up. I know at the time. I don't think I didn't lose my head. I did think that Raya had a good like last season with Bournemouth and that. It's just because I've seen what do you call it, Kepa been so bad for Chelsea in the past. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of discouraging, innit? Do you know what I mean? But not much to say to him. Our defense, solid as always. Gabriel being the leader that he is. Do you know what I mean? Saliba doing all right. Do you know what I mean? Mosquera coming in, filling in, no problem, no worries. Do you know what I mean? The only real defensive blunder that I can think of was probably the goal that we conceded against Manchester City. And to be honest, I think it was Gabriel's fault because even Gabriel, I don't know what he was doing where he was doing in it. Let's just leave it at that. But aside from that, yeah, man, our defense have been pretty solid. Hey, Timber, hey, you see that boy Timber? Listen, he needs a round of applause, man. Let's get a round of applause and chat for Timber, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, if you can, you know what I mean? You might be listening in the background, but listen, Timber, yeah, the fact that this brother has come back here from surgery, first off, yeah, he was out for a year. Then he's come back from another surgery and he's still going strong like this. That guy is a flipping machine, man. He's a flipping machine at that right back position. I'm not liking the look of Ben White, you know what I mean, at the moment. So yeah, we need to hope that Timber stays fit, man. You go over to the left-hand side, people. Do you know what, yeah? I want everyone in the chat to talk to me about something. What do you think of Calafiori at left back? Because I know there's a lot of man, especially the man like Arteta, they want to see Skelly in it. But I want to know what everyone thinks about Calafiori at left back so far this season. You know, I mean, big up James when I said if Raya was taller, people would say he's world class. I hear it. I hear it, but I don't know, man. His positioning sometimes, man, it's been fucked, my bro. Like the guy's been lobbed from like 50 yards out. And I get it, every keeper has their mistakes in it, you know what I mean? But it's just, yeah, I just want to see a little bit more, man. Sometimes it's harsh, but sometimes it takes players, yeah, a lot of proof, yeah, to actually say that, yeah, like, right, this brother, he's on this good level now. Do you know what I mean? What do you call it? Nems, the turncoat is here. Man said the turncoat, you know, big up, yeah, big up Nems, man. Do you know what I mean? Arteta will give us 21. We'll see, man. We'll see. If Raj stays in this area, he'll be great, but he thinks he's manual newer sometimes. Gunner for life, I'm telling you, this is the requirements of the system, innit? It's not him doing it on his own accord. Well, obviously it is, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's not like Arteta's out there with the controller pad. Do you know what I mean? But you get what I'm saying. Like, me personally, yeah, I think whether it's David Raya or it's Kepa in goal, like you're going to see that from our goalkeeper, because I just think that is what is required from the goalkeeper in the system. Maybe not as much as Raya does it, because Raya is just a lot more competent at it. But I really do think you will see Kepa doing the sweeping thing coming out of his goal. Do you know what I mean? More often than he normally would. I personally think that anyways. Do you know what I mean? Calafiori is dodgy at defending, good at going forward. If I tell it was any good, he would be able to convert him. No, I hear it. I'm not listen, I do think that sometimes coaching is overrated. I think sometimes when you get to the age of like 18, 19, you are who you are. For the most part, there's exceptions to every rule, but by the time you hit 18, 19, like you are who you are. Do you know what I mean? It's more so about playing a system that will get the best out of you in comparison to actually improving the player. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I can't lie, like Calafiori, I've actually kind of been impressed with him, I can't lie, people. I've kind of been impressed with Calafiori, man. I'm not a fan of his. I still think that his temperament needs a lot of work on. He looks like he has heavy feet sometimes. Sometimes where he needs to just take a touch, he will try a first time pass, and you have heavy feet and hit it over. And yeah, just temperament. I think that's the one big thing with me and Calafiori's temperament. But I think he's done very well this season so far, man. Do you know what I mean? Big up Mustafa in the building, man. Shaq, Arteta has to win something if Berta doesn't take action, in my opinion. No, I hear it, man. No, of course, innit? But we could have that discussion at the end of the season. Or do you know what? Throughout the season, let's say we get knocked out of the cup. Do you know what I mean? Or we get to the latter stages of the Prem. Like, we could talk about it then, do you know what I mean? But really and truly, I'm just looking at like the players, how they perform, what they've done so far this season. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you smash the likes, people, man, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm happy with Sesko personally, Gunner for life, and Shaq. No, I hear it, man. I hear it. Didn't Wenger convert Henri? No, okay, so look, so Gunner for life, yeah, you're an OG, innit? You would have seen Henri's whole journey. Yeah, I didn't get to see it. Do you know what I mean? I probably saw Henri from like 2001, and really and truly, I wasn't locked in until 2003. And bearing in mind, I'm 7 years of age. Do you know what I mean? I'm young, but I just feel like with Thierry Henry, the talent was always there to kind of be a centre forward. That's just my thing, because even Thierry Henry playing at centre forward, yeah, he wasn't. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gunner for life. Anyone that's older than me, do you know what I mean? Man's turning 30 soon, innit? Do you know what I mean? I'm probably fully switched on when like in 2003. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, you remember little bits and pieces from before then. You go back, you see the highlights, certain goals that he scored. I think that Henry, the talent, he's always had the pace, he's always had the power, but I think in terms of his shooting, that was something that he had to work on. And again, Gunner for life, I could be wrong, but I've been told that there are other strikers of that era who they're not as complete footballers as Henri, but they're actually more natural finishers than Henri, if that kind of makes sense. Henri wasn't the most natural of finishers. And I'm talking about people that are older than me and that would have seen his whole journey. Do you know what I mean? Let's take, I know he didn't play for Arsenal, but let's take Van Nistelrooy for an example. My brother would tell me that Van Nistelrooy, if he was to be honest, because he's a United fan, yeah, like, Henri's the more complete footballer, absolutely no doubt. Do you know what I mean? But he would say to me, now, Van Nistelrooy is a more natural finisher. You know what I mean? So, but I just think that Thierry Henry, he just always had that talent in it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe not to that level, but remember, he was in the France 98 squad. Do you know what I mean? He was 21 years of age at the time. So, and do you know what's funny? Because growing up here, the story was, Wenger took Thierry Henry from obscurity. He was a nobody, and he brought him in and made him this type of player. Like, bro, you're not a nobody, yeah? You're not a nobody if you're playing in World Cup winning squads. You're not a nobody. You know what I mean? That's how when I was growing up, that was how the Thierry Henry story was sold to, man. Do you know what I mean? But Thierry Henry had been a talent. He's been a talent. California, I didn't know about the brother until what? Until was it the World Cup or the Euros that he had that Italy got knocked out of early? And remember nowadays, again, Gunner for Life, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But nowadays, I feel like English football fans, on average, they probably watch more football in Europe than they did back then. And that's simply because of access. You know what I mean? If I want to watch my football, you know what I mean, I could just go online, type in a website, and I could watch football from all over the globe. You know what I mean? You couldn't necessarily do that back in 1998. See what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like I said, I could be wrong, man. I could be wrong. Do you know what I mean? Smash the lights up, people, man. Smash the lights up. Yeah, big up everyone in the chat, man. Mustafa, Gunner for Life, Nems. Do you know what I mean? Everyone there, man. Do you know what I mean? Big up Russell as well. 20 years that lasted, should have done 80k seater stadium, then they built it cheap. Cunts. What stadium are you talking about? Are you talking about the Emirates, my brother? Are you talking about the Emirates? Chelsea behind, they can't afford a new stadium now. No, I hear it, man. I hear it, man. It's cool, Shaq. Didn't Gravenberch convert? Gravenberch wasn't an out-and-out six, but yeah, like I said, because to my memory, when he was at Ajax, he can play all three roles. I think it was one of the reasons why it was highly touted. He could play at CDM, he could play at centre mid, and he could do a job in attacking midfielder as well. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, people saying, do you know what? Yeah, I think going from left back to right wing with Saka is more of a conversion. Me personally, do you know what I mean? I could be wrong. But I don't know. There's like I said, yeah, because Gunner for Life, the same converting players, yeah, it's always possible, Shaq. Yeah. Now, me personally, just because you move from one position to another, i.e., CDM to centre mid or left wing to centre forward, I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't necessarily see it as a conversion. And if it is a conversion, yeah, here's the thing: a footballer can have qualities that are both beneficial for two different positions. So, for example, if you're a left winger and you have pace, you can beat players. Do you know what I mean? And you can shoot or from long range, etc., etc. Do you know what I mean? And you can operate in central areas. You could be a left winger, convert to centre forward, but it not necessarily be a big thing. I don't know if I'm making sense, Gunner for Life. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like Cristiano Ronaldo, like obviously he became a player that was more goal eccentric, but he became goal eccentric from when he was at the left wing. So now when Cristiano Ronaldo goes centre forward, it's not that big of a gap. Do you know what I mean? Similar with Gravenberch, I think going from centre mid to CDM is not much of a big gap. And then again, Gunner for Life, then again, when you play with a 4-2-3-1, yeah, you're not playing as an out-and-out DM, you're playing in a 2. You see what I'm saying? It's a bit different, you know what I mean? But I hear it though. I hear it. I don't think, but even then, yeah, like Calafiori's doing all right at left back, man. He's doing all right. But like I said, it's just about the temperament, man. But yeah, let's go into the midfield, man. Let's go into the midfield because we've been talking about conversion and obviously the last thing I mentioned was Calafiori. We've been here. Excuse me, people. Been here for a minute. Van P was your guy. Oh, bro, that guy had a sweet of a left foot. Jesus Christ. They don't make them like no more people. Sorry, they don't make them like that no more people. Nah, I mean, it's kind of sad. I can't lie. It's kind of sad, man. Converting players, excuse me, converting players is always possible. Nah, I hear it. I'm not saying that I'm not saying here that it's not possible, but it's just like I said before, yeah, when you have relatable skills, yeah, I don't think that the converting thing is not as big as a deal as I think you're making it out to be. But that's just my opinion, Gunner for Life. That's just my opinion. Then Saka play left back. Yeah, like I said, going from left back to right wing is a much bigger conversion in my personal opinion. Do you know what I mean? Right. No contest, King Henry. Yeah, listen. Do you know what, Nems? Yeah, I can't lie. I don't know why you're asking that question. That's a mad question to ask, man. That's a mad question to ask, man. Um, Henri wasn't that good when we got him, in my opinion. No, I hear it. Like, God for like, you've seen the whole journey, innit? I haven't. So, like, who am I to talk? You understand? I'm just, to you, I'm a young G just chatting shit. You do get what I'm saying? Like, just like when these young G's talk about, oh, Salah ahead of Henri and that. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, mate. Do you know what I mean? I sent a video to Link, and I'm like, yo, Link, can your goat do these things, bro? And I'm seeing man on a corner flag, not Mega Man, do kick ups in the middle of the pitch. Salah could fucking never, mate. Do you know what I mean? Henri, big up Ollie, man. Henri is a combined upgrade of both Isaac and Doué from PSG. Ollie, I can't lie, yeah. Like, I don't want none of these new score ballers, yeah, in the same sentence as Arcade. Understand? Even combining two of them, nah, I'm not even trying to hear it. Nah, he's just let's yeah, nah, let's not do that. Nah, let's not do that, man. Um, Torres was cold at striker. That's true. That's true, man. Wasn't Fernando Torres always a striker, though? Am I mistaken? Or do I have a short memory? Match of the day was the thing back then. Yeah, no, 100%. But it's different now because I think even if you can't afford a Sky Sports subscription and your team wasn't always on TV, know what I mean? But it's like back then, if you can't afford a Sky subscription or couldn't afford to go games or wasn't able to go games simply because the tickets weren't there available, like, how else are you watching football? You're watching it through highlights and you're watching it through Champions League football. Do you know what I mean? Like, Champions League football, that was free on ITV. FA Cup, League Cup, that was free, BBC. Do you know what I mean? When I played, I could play multiple positions. Yeah, but Gunner for life, I bet, yeah, that you had qualities, yeah, that were useful for several different positions. You know what I mean? 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, Coutinho was a baller still. I don't know what happened to him. I think he felt the pressure at Barca. Can't lie, man. Ronaldo was creative with us in 4-4-2 area under Fergie, right mid Shaq. No, but towards the end, he became more of a goal scorer. There was even a quote about a United coach coming out saying that, "Raw, like, what do you want to be like? Do you want to be one of the best players in the world? Okay, well, you got to score more goals. To score more goals, you need to do this, that. He definitely did become more of a goal scorer from the wing, or I say inside forward, innit? Because you can't score goals from the touchline. I say as an inside forward, innit? He definitely was starting to add a lot more goals into his game. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, not sure. But then again, yeah, like Mustafa, don't get me wrong, yeah. As much as like, especially as a kid, like we loved all the little tricks that he did and we tried to emulate it in the playground. Like, I'm pretty sure the senior players at Manchester United could say, like, Ronaldo could also be frustrating at times because he would do all these tricks and then it was just about to nothing. Do you know what I mean? A little bit like Nani as well. I've heard the United legends complain about that as well. But obviously they respect them highly as technical footballers, isn't it? You know what I mean? Let's not get twisted. You know what I mean? RV was too rough. RVP won us title. I thank Arsenal. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. Do you know what? Yeah, after RVP, I kind of didn't really care about players leaving the club no more. Like, I think that was when me being like emotionally detached from players, like that's where it kind of stopped, man. I mean, for me, Henri, Cantona, Bergkamp, three best players I've seen playing EPL. Do you know what, Mustafa? I'm glad you mentioned Cantona. Yeah, I am not old enough to see Eric Cantona, but I've seen highlights of this guy and the things these guys, yeah, the things he was able to do with a football, yeah, on muddy pitches, yeah. Oh my god. I'm surprised, yeah, OG football fans don't talk about the Eric Cantona guy more. I'm surprised they don't. And there's enough older guys, there's fans in general, and older guys in this content space. There's enough of them where it's like, bro, Cantona should be in this conversation of Premier League goal. Should be. Because the stuff that I've seen him do is just fucking ridiculous, man. You know what I mean? It really is. Salah is the goal. Hey, Nems, hey, listen. Hey, my bro. Listen, you need to detach your emotional attachment, like the streets. Hey, look, Nems, how can Salah, yeah, be the goal if the streets don't even love him? The streets don't even love him, my brother. The streets don't love him. Like, how can he be the GOAT? I'm sorry, man. You know what I mean? You got to put that GOAT shit to rest when it comes to Salah. My GOAT still doing his thing, even if it's Saudi League. It's 55 goals from 100. I'm not even gonna. Listen. Yeah, I'm not even gonna do that, man. Ronaldo better than Salah, of course. Come on, that's no question. What we doing here, mate? Come on, let's not be ridiculous. Let's not be ridiculous. Torres was a striker at Liverpool. Yeah, we know that, man. We know that. Premier League, big up Chromatic in the building. You understand? My brother from another. Premier League throw-ons are the two corners. Now, here, hey, listen, this throwing thing in the Premier, it's been going a bit mad, man. Salah will have 3 leagues in off the season. At the end of the season, we'll see in it. We'll see, names, man. We'll see if that is true. I was devastated when RVP left. Do you know what? I was, but at the same time, do you know what it is? Yeah, because when he left, it was what, 2012. I was finishing school and that, I think, or was I already in college? Can't remember. I can't remember. Yeah, but like I said, I think that was just the start of me where it's like, I fucking hate the fact that he's gone to United, but it's like, what are we doing as a football club to keep these guys at the club? Because you see, sometimes, yeah, when players keep leaving your club, there's got to be something wrong with your club, innit? One of them ones, man. Cantona is a goal. Nah, got to be, man. Got to be. But listen, before I get back into the comments, let me just quickly round up on the midfield and the striker. Now, one thing I don't want, yeah, for this midfield, I don't want to see this Haram midfield again. I don't want to see it. When the lineup came up against West Ham, I was so glad to see Eze, Odegaard, and Rice in the same midfield. It's a shame that we're not being able to see some of that. But, you know, first off, let's quickly go. You know, I mean, Zubimendi a bit up and down. I think sometimes he's been dominated in that midfield. But there's other and there's other times where he goes in for challenges and he doesn't really get there and he fouls a man, can't get to the ball. He doesn't have the same presence as a Partey. But then again, there's times where I've seen him passing the ball over the top through the lines. Is very good. He keeps things ticking. And there's been the odd times where he intercepts the play well. Do you know what I mean? I think Zubimendi has been a bit up and down. Do you know what I mean? Odegaard has had his injury issues. Eze is another one. I want to see more from him. I think he's done all right so far. I want to see more from him. He should have scored against West Ham. I'm sorry. If that was Kai Havertz, people would be fucking cursing him, mate. He should have scored against West Ham. I'm not happy. I want to see more of Norgard. I definitely want to see more of Ethan, especially if he's going to be in that 10 position. Do you know what I mean? Marino, I don't know what the fuck he brings into that midfield. Do you know what I mean? But look, the midfield overall ain't looking so bad. It ain't looking so bad. You know what I mean? Then we look at the attack. We've spoken Gyökeres already as much. I don't really need to go too into him. Saka, can't lie, guys. Saka's been underwhelming so far. Madueke, it's a shame that he's injured, but I think he's shown his quality in terms of, do you know what I mean? That one-on-one and attacking fullbacks. You know what I mean? And trying to get past them and actually trying to find this man in the box. I feel like his end product, and people hear end product and they think G&A, but, and I've said this before, people, sometimes you can beat your man putting an inch perfect cross into the box, but defenders just defend well. And I've said this before, defenders defend. You know, we've spoken a lot about breaking down low blocks. Do you know what I mean? And I think sometimes we want to see us score 5-6 goals against low blocks. That's not always going to happen. In fact, most of the time, that's not going to happen. You know why? Do you know why, people? Because defenders just defend well. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think as a collective, like when you think of it, yeah, we're getting goals as a collective. Trossard has scored goals or a goal. Martinelli has scored. Saka has scored. Gyökeres has scored. I think Madueke is yet to score. I want to put Eze in that category. He's scored. Do you know what I mean? He's got assists as well. Odegaard's got assists. I feel as if, as a team, as a cohesive unit, we are definitely contributing to us scoring goals. I would say that much. Do you know what I mean? But I do think I need to see Gyök score more. Do you know what I mean? I do need to see more from the other attackers as well, man. We need to see a bit more from open play. But all in all, I think the start has been decent. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, living with how we approached the Liverpool game and the Man City game, I think both teams were there for the taking. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. It's been all right start. Long may this continue, man. 2 wins out of 2 in the Champions League. 5 out of 7 in the league. Listen, I can't really complain, man. There's been some good performances. There's been some bad. There's been 1 or 2 bad ones. You know what I mean? But we'll see how it goes, man. Let's get into everybody's comments before I wrap up, people, man. Let's see what everyone's saying. Big up Twisted in the building, man. Cantona was the first player in the Prem to score a hat-trick. Granted, it was for Leeds, and he never did it for us. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm glad you reminded me, Twisted, man. I even forgot he did play for Leeds at first, didn't it? It's mad. Yeah, baller, man. The things that I see this guy's ridiculous. Crazy how we never got a hat-trick for United, but hey, listen, he backed you on a lot of goals. He helped you, man, win multiple titles, man. Do you know what I mean? Nem, stop the cap. We watch football with our eyes. Quit being a GA merchant. I hear it, Twisted, man. You know what I mean? We're football guys over here. You get me? Do you know what I mean? Queef, man, said Wenger. Mr. F, I don't know what you want about there, man. Wenger's long gone, you know what I mean? Salah's legacy will end the same as Shearer. I only remember for GNA and not in the convos for top 10 all time. Do you know what I mean? Nah, I agree, man. Salah is top 4. And Nems, agree to disagree, man. Do you know? Nems, you know what's funny? Look, I get it, he's a United fan, yeah, and obviously you, man, hate each other, innit? But it's like, unfortunately, Nems, yeah, I think, for the most part, I think Liverpool fans are the only ones that will put Mo Salah up there, innit? But then again, there's a lot of these new age youths. There's a lot of these GA merchants, you know what I mean? These GA mutants that are going to put Salah up there. And some of them ain't seen the Thierry of the world, you know, as an example. That's number 1. And number 2, hey, listen, we all watch football with our eyes, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, boy, it is what it is. Yeah, me, it is what it is. It's unfortunate, I get it, but it is what it is, man. I agree, Shaq. We only need 1 DM, our defense and goalkeeper are good enough to cope. No, 100%, man. Salah isn't even close to top 4. Take off your rose-tinted glasses. I would take Saka as Salah back up. Hey, bro, with the way that man like Mo Salah, yeah, is moving, I would have Salah as backup for Saka, bro. What we doing there? Salah and Van Dijk are Premier League legends. So here's the thing, then, yeah. Jamie Vardy is also a Premier League legend. I might make an argument and say Robert Hoover's a Premier League legend because of what they've done, because of what he's done with Leicester. There are many Premier League legends, but when it comes to GOATs, yeah, nah. Sorry, Mo, you got to sit this one out, mate. You got to sit this one out, man. Can you say hi to Denmark? Hey, big up Mads Pedersen from that's definitely a Danish name. Big up all the way from Denmark, man. We got Lena, I believe it's Lena from Germany, Mads from Denmark. Hey, listen. Football locker rooms becoming international. Big up yourself, man. You know what I mean? Big up yourself. You get me? Big up yourself, man. Big up the Danes as well. You understand? Now, I don't care if Salah played for United. I wouldn't say he was top 10 either. Yeah, I hear it. I fully hear it, man. I fully hear it. And it's like, yeah, Nems, I ain't denied that Salah is a legend. I ain't denied. And Gerrard ain't the GOAT neither. Do you know what I mean? Look, Nems, unfortunately, yeah. Do you know what it is, Nems? Yeah? Unfortunately, you don't have the culture in it. You're already the most successful football club in English history. Like, stick to that, innit? You know what I mean? You're not up there when it comes to the culture, my guy. It's just, you can't have it all in it. You know what I mean? Arsenal Football Club, we got the culture. We ain't got the success like that. You know what I mean? So you can't have it all in life, man. You can't have it all. Nem Salah is only a legend for Liverpool, and that's it. I hear you, Gunner for life. I do think he's a Premier League legend, but my thing is that I think that, remember, the Premier League has been going on for 33 years. I think there's a lot of Premier League legends and icons, but GOATs, few and far in between, and Salah isn't even in that. But listen, people, if you ain't hit that like and subscribe, make sure you go do that. You understand? Make sure you go subscribe to Fair Play TV. Unless you're living under a rock, make sure you go to Views as well. Big up Views 10 times as well. I know he's dealing with a bereavement. He put that out of this channel, so obviously I can say it out here. Do you know what I mean? But big up to Views. Hope he's always doing well. You know what I mean? Everyone go give Views your well wishes and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? Salah gave great memories. Yeah, do you know what? So did Aaron Ramsey, my guy. I'm just saying, man. Nah, Shaq Gerrard is a goat, in my opinion. Big up Nems, man. Look, I agree to disagree, man. But listen, people, we're gonna wrap up there, man. Like I said, if you haven't already, make sure you smash the like and make sure you smash the subscribe button. You understand? It is the international break, you know what I mean? So things are gonna be quiet, but you're gonna hear from us real soon, man. But listen, people, enjoy the rest of your day. Like I said, Nems, agree to disagree. You know what I mean? And everyone, you know my thing already. You know what's coming up.